Hey, what's up, everyone? How you doing? It is me, Mr. 4K Upscaler. So Google Stadia reviews are starting to roll out today, Monday, which is November 18th, 2019. Tomorrow, Tuesday, November 19th, it's going to be a release date of Google Stadia. Today's the 18th, tomorrow's the 19th, so tomorrow is the day when this officially goes out live and the service will be available to all of you who have Google Chromecast with Founder Edition and Premium Edition package, if you already received the package. I haven't received mine. They told me, I think, by the end of this month or maybe beginning of December, so I don't know yet. They're going to notify me and let me know. So here's the thing. It's a mixed bag, and it's exactly what I was expecting to see, a mixed bag. You know, some are giving a positive feedback, some are giving a negative feedback. So it's kind of 50-50 mixed bag. So let's go through some of these reviews and just let's look at them. I have given some negative feedback on some of these videos, and the reason I left the negative, those are my comments, just so you know. The reason I left those comments there is because I felt that it is my obligation to expose some of these bad practices that some of these companies are doing, like Google, giving away a free product to these companies who have millions of subscribers, or YouTubers who are influential, have millions of subscribers, and then big companies like IGN, CNET, etc., they're giving these products to these companies. They're giving them Google Stadia, Chromecast Ultra for free. They're giving them a Pixel 3 phone for free. They're giving them a controller for free, and they're giving them even a attachment holder for the controller and the phone for free, so they can review it. On top of them getting paid by Google to do the review. Now think about that. It's not bad enough that they're getting a product for free, but at the same time, they're getting paid by Google to do a review. Okay, and I believe that needs to be exposed. That's a bad practice. Okay, that you can be honest, you can be unbiased and honest if you're going to be giving a product for free. Okay, that's a bad practice. That's lobbying. That's like no different than the politicians in Washington D.C. having lobbyists who are lobbying for certain senators and for certain bills to be passed. Let's put this bill on the floor. Let's lobby for this bill. Let's get it passed. Stuff like that. It's no different than what you're seeing here. It's exactly the same practice. But I felt, since no one's talking about it, I felt since no one has any balls to say it, I felt like maybe I should say it. Okay, so I just want to clarify that. Now let's go through some of these reviews. Let's go. Look, I'm purposely wearing this white shirt because there you go. I'm your Google Stadia fanboy. Okay, so let's go to some of these reviews. First, let's go with this one right here. Where was it? This one right here from Android Authority. Let's go click on it. Now, here's my problem with the Android Authority. This individual right here, obviously, is just... hold on, let me give him a dislike. Sorry, man, that's terrible review. The reason I'm giving a dislike is because the individual, it's failing to mention all the other features that this product is missing. First and foremost, you cannot use your own existing $70 Chromecast Ultra that you bought, because they are not updating that device at this moment. You need an update in order for you to use that Chromecast Ultra device with Google Stadia. So you cannot use your existing Google Chromecast device with Stadia because they're not rolling out updates. They only have updates already uploaded onto their existing combo $129 Stadia package devices, meaning that you have to purchase, the Google is forcing you to purchase a premium edition Google Stadia package combo in order for you to play Google Stadia. Now, if you don't do that, you can play it on the PC, on your browser. The problem with that is it's only 1080p. You can only play in 1080p, and if you don't have unlimited data cap, are you really going to take your laptop with you? Are you going to go somewhere, connect to a Wi-Fi hotspot that's going to charge you 7 gigabytes per, what was it? I don't know what it was, like 7 gigabytes per second. Dude, don't take Google Stadia with you and be connected to a Wi-Fi hotspot, because they're going to charge you. They're going to charge you arm and leg. Your next bill is going to be $600. Okay? So right there, they're failing to mention that. And another thing they failed to mention is that you can't use 4K and HDR on your browser, on your Google browser. So even if you purchase a premium edition, or I mean the Pro edition plan, which is $10 a month, even if you purchase a Pro plan, you still cannot use 4K and HDR on your Google browser. You still cannot use body sharing. You still cannot play with the other people. Other people cannot join you. Isn't that supposed to be everyone's connected, everyone can share it, everyone can live stream, everyone can jump in easily and share the games? Isn't that what this whole thing's supposed to be about, Phil Harrison? Huh? I guess not. So right there, they're missing out. They're not telling you all these other features they're missing, but they're giving a positive feedback because they're giving this device for free. So this individual right here, I cannot play his video because I don't want to get flagged. But I left a comment here. I left a comment here. I said, I have unlimited no caps data, so this is ideal for me, but I still wouldn't say this is the future of gaming. Come on, guys. You know it, and I know it. This cloud gaming will never replace physical media direct gameplay in native resolution and bitrate. I would say this is a nice choice, variety, but not the future of gaming. So the entire 10 minutes was really about just, this is cool, this is awesome, I like the controller, all positive feedback because the Android Authority has 3.3 million subscribers, and the fact that they are getting paid by Google and giving free controller, free device, free Google Pixel 3 phone. And so yeah, they want to have a good relationship so they can have better business in the future with them in whatever it is that they do. And also, if you keep a good positive feedback with Google, that would also help your YouTube channel because they will support you even more. So it's really a bad practice, man. And of course they're giving it a positive feedback, so that's why I left a dislike there. Let's go to another review. Let's do that. Let's check the other one really quick since we're doing this. All right. Let's go back. And let's go to the CNET. The CNET, it's right over here. Hold on a second. Google Stadia. Oh, this one right here. This guy right here. Again, this guy. I think I gave him a dislike, did I? Yeah. This guy right here. It's even worse. From CNET. All he's doing is basically saying that it's cool. It's a cool device. It really looks good. But he's not telling you that he's connected to the Ethernet port. He's not telling you that in his office in CNET, they have unlimited data cap. So for them, of course, it's going to look pretty awesome. The quality is going to look pretty awesome. They're not telling you that because he's not at home. This guy is working for CNET, okay? He's not at home. He's not sitting at his home. He's not paying for that device, okay? He's giving free device paid by Google to be used, and he's got unlimited data cap on the offices of CNET, wherever the offices are. I don't know, somewhere in California, right? So he's going to go ahead and he's going to tell you that how awesome this is. Senior manager editor. Okay, senior manager editor. Of course, dude. Whatever, man. Yeah. Sure. Why don't you tell us, senior manager editor Dan Ackerman? Dan Ackerman, why don't you tell us the truth? Uh, why don't you tell us and public the truth that the Google paid you, and gave you that free device with a free phone and a free attachment with a controller? Why don't you tell us the truth that you're giving that device for free and got paid to review it, to review it? That's no different than Washington, D.C. and all the lobbyists who are lobbying with other congressmen to pass a bill. That's no different. That's no different. But you're not going to tell that to your audience. You're not going to tell that. I at least have the balls and have the courage to call it out. I don't care. Even if my channel gets shut down, I would rather have my channel get shut down than to lie and be a shill for others. Okay? I'm about honesty and truth. I'm about letting people know the truth. That's what I am. And I have principles. My principles are more important than being a shill for somebody. Okay? So, he failed. Also, let's not listen. I cannot play this entire video because if I do, I will get flagged. And I don't want to give these, I don't want to give the YouTube the opportunity to flag me with this. And nor do I want to give the opportunity for my haters, for me to take a bait to flag this video. That's why I'm not playing it. I'm just pausing it. But he failed to mention on this review bunch of things. Number one, he failed to mention to you, again, you cannot use your own Google existing Chromecast Ultra. If you already have $70 device called Chromecast Ultra that supports 4K and HDR, you cannot use Google Stadia with 4K and HDR tomorrow. You cannot use it because they are not rolling out the updates for your existing device. The only update that's already uploaded to a device, it's with a combo package called Premier Edition, which you have to pay for $130 plus the shipping and handling if you want it to come faster. You got to pay $16 if you want it to come faster. So that's $146 plus tax, $150. So you got to pay for that. You have to pay for that. And then when you pay for that, then you got to go ahead and pay another $10 for the premium edition so you can play in 4K and HDR. And another thing they failed to tell you is that, of course, there will be data cap here. There will be data cap, and they're going to charge you the hell out of it. Okay? Now, I have unlimited data cap. That's how I'm able to do these 4K live streams. But I'm paying a lot of money for it. Are you going to pay $250 a month just to play Google Stadia, unlimited data cap? $250 a month, that's like leasing a car. You can lease a car. You can lease like a new Honda or Mazda or what have you. Yeah, you can lease. That's like a lease for a car. Are you going to pay that kind of money? I don't think so. So if Google Stadia wants to be the future of gaming and you got this data cap that you're going to be charged by AT&T, Xfinity, and other companies out there, not everyone has a high-speed internet speed. Not everyone can afford what you guys can afford. Not everyone can afford what I can afford. We have to look at this from a majority point of view. There's people out there barely making ends meet, working 2 jobs, 3 jobs. They can't afford that. Okay? So listen, on these reviews are really, they're just garbage. They're just giving out the positive feedback. And the reason they're giving out the positive feedback is because they're afraid to say something negative because they like getting paid by third-party companies. It's a good money. It's nice. You know, you get a free product, you get paid. It's nice. It's nice, right? Puts the food on the table, pays your bills. It's nice. It's nice. But at the same time, you're lying to people. At the same time, you're being a shill. And that's not cool. You know, these reviews should be honest. He should have said, guys, this is not worth it. I mean, not everyone has the unlimited data cap. Not everyone's going to pay $250 for the internet. Okay, not everyone's going to pay for the games to whom they cannot own. You don't own these games, okay? Once the Rockstar decides to pull the Red Dead Redemption 2 out, and it will happen, mark my words, once they pull it out, that's it. You cannot play the game anymore. Or whatever game you paid for, once they pull out the contract, they can break the contract. They have the rights to, they reserve the right for that game. They can break the contract. They don't care. They can pull out their games. They can end the license. Look what happened to HBO. Steven Spielberg took away the Band of Brothers from HBO. So now the Band of Brothers is going to be on Apple TV Plus. Think about that. Why? Because Steven Spielberg is working on a movie for a Pacific Theater World War II drama. So Steven Spielberg moved to Apple TV. So he can, and that's his TV show, Band of Brothers. Steven Spielberg owns the DreamWorks, and Steven Spielberg owns the rights to Band of Brothers and Saving Private Ryan and all of his movies. So he has the right to break the contract and pull out the licensing and pull out the movie and bring it back to the Apple TV. So the same thing can happen here. So guys, please understand something. I'm doing this video to only tell you the truth. You know that everything you see here, even this t-shirt, I paid with my own cash. I'm not sponsored. I'm independent, okay? But I cannot lie. If I see something wrong, I have to expose it. Guys, if I see something wrong, I gotta expose it. It's in my nature. This is how I was born. And this is why I lost so many friends. This is why I lost so many friends, because they don't like that I'm telling the truth. Why? Because it's bad for their business. It's bad for them. They don't want to be exposed. But I gotta expose this nonsense and these practices. And at least let me be the first one to do it, since no one else has the balls or courage to call it out. Okay? And people are gonna say you're being salty. Yes, I am being salty when I see a bunch of shills getting paid and giving a free product to lie to people. So this holiday season, they're going to go ahead and purchase the Google Stadia, waste their money on Google Stadia, so that Phil Harrison can go to his yacht in San Francisco and enjoy himself and get promoted by Google in Silicon Valley, and they can all fucking celebrate in Google in Silicon Valley. Okay? Yes, it bothers me. It bothers me. Because I'm all about the truth. I'm not about being a shill for someone else out there. Okay? That's what this is about. It's about truth and honesty. And a lot of people these days are having a fucking difficult time. Sorry for the F-bomb. But they're having a difficult time accepting that. And if this is the kind of world we're going to live in, where we're going to have this kind of money whoring with these sponsors, then really, guys, we're in a sad. The future looks kind of like cyberpunk, very sad. Okay? And look, I mean, let's go to some more reviews here. There's this one, obviously, that's two of them that I just mentioned. This one's in progress. I wonder why the review is still in progress. Oh, I don't know. Maybe because you're afraid to say something negative because you're getting paid. GameSpot, you're getting paid by Google. And IGN, they're not even hiding it. Listen, IGN, they have been invited by Google all the time. They've been invited. They go to the Silicon Valley. They've been invited to Silicon Valley so many times there. Okay, and of course they're getting paid by Google, a big juggernaut of a company. They're getting paid, so that's money in the pockets. That's money in the company. So of course they're going to give a positive feedback. They're going to say, Google Stadia may not be for everyone, but it's definitely a future, or something like that, or something like that, so they can shill for the Google. All right. Now there is one good review right here. This guy right here. This guy. Oh, Washington Post. Listen, kudos. Good kudos to Washington Post, and I'm glad that the Washington Post it's being honest. So kudos to Washington Post. At least they're being honest. This is a real professional journalism. Washington Post. Okay? This is whom we should definitely look into. A real journalist. A real journalist from Washington Post. Okay? From Washington Post who is not being a shill. Okay? Who is not being a shill for the company. So see the difference? This is what I was talking about yesterday on my live stream. The difference between a shills for these big corporation companies and then an independent journalism, professional journalism that it's being honest with the public. And the Washington Post obviously cares about their integrity, cares about the public trust, so they're going to make sure that they are reviewing a product properly so that people are having the facts and the truth. All right, and this is really why I really wanted to make this video. It's really to expose these practices about Google Stadia. Okay, and Google Stadia. I mean, honestly, is it worth it? Is it worth it, guys? If you haven't been keeping up with the Google Stadia, it's already not doing that well. Google Stadia, if you think about it, there's so many features missing, tons of features missing. They have 22 games, so what? Big deal. Those 22 games, they're nothing that's gonna make you go, oh wow, I gotta play this, because you already played those games. Okay. Those same games, you can find them on GeForce Now. You know you can find them on PlayStation Now. So, whatever. You can get them on the xCloud. At least with the xCloud, Project xCloud, you're not paying. You already have your games. You can play your entire library of games. But still, the xCloud, we don't know, are they going to charge you for data caps? Which I'm sure they will. Okay, so we have to look at that. And I haven't gotten any invitations from Microsoft, so therefore I cannot do any review on Project xCloud unless you guys have a codes. Listen, if you guys want me to review Project xCloud, give me the codes. I'll review it for you. I'll go through all of it, and I'll give you the honest, unbiased look into it. Okay? But since Microsoft failed to give me any codes, invitations, I cannot review it. I cannot review the xCloud for you. Okay? So Google Stadia, look, man, I'll test it. I'll try it. Even if I don't get my device, I'm still going to test it tomorrow through a browser to see how well it runs on the browser. But I don't think it's going to be a fair review, guys, because I have unlimited data. That's how I'm able to do 10 hours and 40 minutes in 4K, 12 hours in 4K, 8 hours in 4K live streams, because I have unlimited data cap. And I'm paying $250 a month just for that. And how many people are going to pay $250 a month for the internet, for the unlimited data cap? They're not going to do that. With the 1 gigabit, I got 1.5 gigabit unlimited data cap. Is my review going to be... I don't even know, is it even worth me reviewing this? Because it's not fair. And I was telling this to my friend, Greenlight Gaming. I was telling this to my friend Greenlight Gaming. I don't think it's gonna be fair because I have unlimited data caps. Of course, it's gonna look great. It's gonna run great on my internet because I have unlimited data caps. So look at this, looks great. But it's not gonna look great on yours because you got maybe 40 megabits per second. You got maybe 50 megabits per second. You don't have the stable internet speed, plus the data cap. So I personally don't think this is the future. And I've seen this before. The OnLive service, Steve Perlman, that thing went down to ditch, went down to... Guys, this is maybe a great alternative, but it's not the future. Physical media is the future. Cartridges, CDs, where you can actually... like PlayStation, where you can actually see it, feel it, and own it. Okay, I like to have sense of ownership when I pay for something. Like, for example, this coffee cup. I paid for it. I don't care if I paid 50 cents or if I paid $1 or $2 or $5,000. Doesn't matter. I can physically hold this coffee cup and I have it. I own it. It's this coffee cup. It's not sitting somewhere in the cloud. It's sitting right here in my hand. And that's a big difference. And I know JT and others and Peter Parker will agree with me on this. And I'm pretty sure Steven will agree with me on this, and Demetrios, because the idea is for you to own the games. To own the games. It's not to have them sit somewhere which you don't have any access, which you don't own, basically. You have access to lease it. Remember, you were leasing the games. Guys, I'll say it in quiet voice. You are leasing the games. You are not owning the games. I'll end this video by saying this. You are not owning the games. You are leasing the games. Leasing them. And that's not good. That's not good, my friend. That's not good for your pockets. It's good for their pockets, but it's not good for your pockets. And I'm here to help you out, to tell you that I don't think it's good for your pockets. Okay? Because you don't own the games. Okay? They're not yours. You're just leasing them. But you're paying a full price for them. And those 22 games they have available, are you really? Really? Have you not played Red Dead Redemption 2? Why would you play Red Dead Redemption 2 from a cloud service when you can play it on your PC, when you can play it on your console? Destiny 2, you already have it. You got it on your Game Pass. You got it. You already purchased it. All these games, you can play them. So, like, what's the point? Like, what's the point? Like, really? You got to convince me otherwise. Not to mention all these other features missing. Not to mention that you have to wait for an update for your existing Google Chromecast Ultra device so that you can use, because you cannot play it tomorrow. You cannot play the 4K HDR tomorrow on your existing Google Chromecast Ultra device because there's no updates at this time. Okay? So, this video, please, I know it's a long video, but I want you to take away something very important on this video. Guys, I'm only here to be honest and tell you the truth. I'm not here to be a shill for anybody. If I wanted to be a shill, I could have done that 6 years ago, 4 years ago, 3 years ago, and be a money whore, cash register money whore, and just be a shill for these big corporation companies. I don't want to be a sponsored whore, and I'm proud that I'm nobody's bitch. No one owns me. I don't care if YouTube shuts me down, removes this video. Nobody owns me, and no one will ever own me. I do things on my term. My term. But I want to be honest with you. I'm obligated as a human being, as a fellow human being, to be honest with you and tell you the truth. That's my principle. If I see something wrong, I have to expose it. I have to expose it. I cannot let it slide. Sorry, it's not in my Bosnian nature to let something slide. If I see something wrong, I got to call you out, cousin. I got to call you out. Whoever you are. That's how I work. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys later on with the this come on, you running out of excuses by now. We'll have that pretty soon. I'm doing that for you guys to show my appreciation to you. All right, so have a good one, though. Take care. Happy holidays, and please stay safe, drive safe. It's a holiday season, a lot of craziness out there, so take care of yourself. Have a good one. Take care. Be good. Love you all. Take care.